All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how to take a video from YouTube, download it on your computer, change it into a bunch of images, and then run a Photoshop filter on all those images to make it look a certain way. So here is sort of the my Rezo test that I'm working with. I'm just going to back out of this so that it's normal. And then I'm going to go to an app that we're going to use to download the video. So it's free for up to 10 downloads a day. I tried this one as my test. So I am going to paste a link. Basically, if you have your link in your clipboard, so you go to I'll show you, a YouTube video, go to share, click on copy, and I believe it's just going to grab whatever link that is. So let's try it. I'm going to paste a link. It's retrieving. Yep, this is the one I have in my clipboard. And then you can download it, and then it will go into your download folder, I believe. I hope I didn't just do a double one. Yes, here's the video. Okay, so it downloads it into a folder that the app creates, which lives in your user folder inside movies. It creates a folder called 4K video. So here's the video we just made. And then there's a command line tool called ffmpeg. It is right here. And there's a command line that you need to run. So I'm going to just we want to do export. Let me grab the right one. Export every nth frame. So this means it's not going to export every single frame, just a certain number of frames. So this is going to export every 30th frame. And you can change it to whatever you want. For the video that I first created, it made about 80 or 90 frames, I believe, and it was a video that was, let's see how long it was, 1 minute 20 seconds. So yeah, depending on how many frames you want, you might have to play with that a bit. So I've copied that command. I'm just going to go to Visual Studio Code and paste it in so I can modify it. You want to change this to the name of the file that you want to change, and then you want to give it sort of the structure of the file name that you want to give it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the website and just kind of show you how this tool works a little bit. You have to install it and run it in the command line. So it gives you the instructions to install. So you basically take these 3 words, you open up your terminal. Here's my terminal. This is from before. I'll just clear it out so you can see. And then we're going to run this command. Oops, not that one. Sorry. Hold on. We are going to run the Homebrew command. I forgot the key command to delete a line. So slow. Okay. Brew install ffmpeg. So I'll just brew install ffmpeg. Hopefully it'll tell me it's already installed. Nope, it's downloading it again. Okay, cool. So it's already installed. It usually takes longer than this. And then once that is installed, you can use this ffmpeg command. So let's go back to the thing I pasted. So we're going to say use the ffmpeg app. And then this is the file name. That's the input. Then this is the frames per second. And let's see what else. And then here's the image names we want. And so this is going to be, I think, 3 like 001, 002, 3 digits. 3 digits, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we want to open the terminal app, and I am already in the folder, so I'm going to just show you how to get to the folder. So if I do pwd, it's going to tell me where I am. Right now, I am in users Alana sites. I want to go back one because I want to go into the movies folder. So I'm going to say change directory cd space ... /. And that makes me go up one. Then I can say, where am I? pwd print working directory. And I'm here now. So now I can type cd space capital MO. And I think that's enough. It should fill in the rest. If I hit tab, it finds the movies folder. And then if I I'll just look at that so we can see I'm in movies. I can say list everything in here so I can see it, ls. And there's my folder I need to go to. So now I'm going to say cd 4k and then tab, and it'll fill in the rest of the folder for me. Oh, come on. It's an uppercase K. Okay, tab. Cool. And then now I'm in that folder. There's a lot going on in that folder right now. But the only thing we care about right now is the file that I just downloaded called this one. I did the tutorial. So I'm going to grab it. I'm going to go back to Visual Studio Code, and where it says input MP4, I'm going to paste in the file name. Hopefully this works because it has a lot of spaces. I don't think this is going to work. Oh, that's right. Sorry. One extra thing I did to make this way easier is instead of having that file name with all those spaces, just change the file name in the Finder. It's the easiest way. So I'm just going to call this one test2. It doesn't really matter what the name of it is, just that I need to use that file name. So test2 mp4 is the name of it. So we're going to take out input mp4, put in test2 mp4, and then I'm just going to run 30 frames per second. All right. This one's let's just try that. So now I'm going to grab this whole thing and Command C, copy it to my clipboard. Then I'm going to go back to this folder. So I'm already in the folder where that file exists, which is great. I'm going to run the command here so that I don't have to kind of do any folder maneuvering. I'm going to run it right in the folder. So I'm going to hit Command V for paste. And fingers crossed, I didn't do anything weird. And we hit return, and then it will run for not super long. Let's see. Is that an error? Let's see if it's okay. Oh, it might be the file name. Hang on, let's look and see what happened. So if we go back here, and then it's 320. So if I go to date modified, all of these, this one through, should have probably put those other things in a different folder. Wow, there's a lot of them. I guess it was a longer video than I thought. Oof, 319. Here's the first one. Yeah, so it's the whole folder. And then I've selected them, so I'm just going to put them in a new folder. New folder. Cool. So this is the screens. All right. Because I just smooshed all the images I wanted to use, I'm just going to grab one of these. I have a test folder set up that I'm going to use for my batch processing, and I'll just leave these the same. Cool. So then you want to open up one of the files in, this one in Photoshop. Open with Photoshop. And then you're going to make some automations. So first what I would do is just see how you want to run the filters, but I will just do this the way that I did it before, which is I'm going to run a halftone filter. The thing that you want to know is that these the foreground and background colors are the colors that will be used in your risograph. So I'm going to go grab a better color. I have some color charts, and maybe I'm going to choose a dark blue, and then this is going to be the colors that my my filter is going to use for the halftone filter. Okay, so now that is set, I'm basically going to do the things I want Photoshop to automate. So I'm going to go and grab the Actions panel, Window, Actions, and we're going to make a new set. So I'm going to click on the folder. I'm going to say Rezo Process. Seems like a good name. And inside that folder, I'm going to make a few actions. So the first one is going to be, I'm going to click this plus to create a new action. And I'm just going to say filterify. Okay, function key, none. None of that matters. And then I'm going to hit record. And as long as this is red, it's going to record all of my actions. First thing I need to do is make this a layer instead of a background. So I'm going to double click on it and then just hit OK because I don't care what they call it. Then I'm going to go to filter and I'm going to go to filter gallery ... I'm going to go to, which one is it? Halftone under sketch. I'm going to click that and I want about 2, and the contrast you can just kind of play with what looks good. For me, 20 is looking pretty good for this one. And then, oops, I already have a halftone pattern. Okay, let's look at this then. That makes a big difference. It's because I was doing this before. Okay, halftone pattern, maybe a little back. This one's way more contrasty than the other ones. Okay, well, we'll say it's around 16. And then I also want grain, which is under texture. Just a little bit of grain to give it some... let's turn that halftone back on. Oh, did I not save it? Okay, here we go. So the eyeballs turn the filters on and off. Grain, we're going to say something light, just a little bit to give it some noise. So see if it's 0, it's pretty solid in that like blue background. But if I just give it like 15, around 15, it gives it just like a little bit of graininess, and then you can adjust the contrast of the grain. I'm going to put it about there. Then I'm going to hit OK. And then the last thing I want to do is save this file. So I'm going to go to File, Save As. I'm going to choose PNG. And that's it. I'm just going to hit save. And then keep this as large file size. And that's it. And then I'm going to hit stop. So it has basically been recording all of these actions in order. So first thing is I set the background, second thing, the filter, third thing, the save. So if any of this goes wrong, you can always like delete it and do that one part over. But I think we're good. So first thing I'm going to do is close this file. I'm going to also make sure that all the files that I have in that test folder look fine. So none of them have been modified. They're all JPEGs. And then the destination folder is empty. Okay, great. So back in Photoshop, we are going to go to File. Then we're going to say Automate and then Batch. And then you want to choose, this is the folder, Rezo Process, and the action is all of the things in the filterify. We're going to grab images from inside a folder, and we're going to choose that folder, which is test for me. And then we have a destination folder, and we're going to choose that, and that is test destination. So I'm going to choose that. These are fine how they are, but it's important that you do override action. It gives you this error, but we're going to figure that out. Okay, so we want a serial number on this. I chose 2-digit. It might be safe if there's more than 100 to just do 3-digit. It's going to make your life easier in the long run. It's fine if the serial number is before. And then I just had sort of like a file name of Rezogr. Just make it whole. Rezographed. And then use whatever extension is in the save as automation that we made. And that's it. Start from 1. And then, fingers crossed, if we hit OK, it should run. So it does a bunch of stuff. It doesn't look like it's doing anything, but you can see the file names are changing. And then it's done. So let's go look at our folder. So here's our starting folder. I'll just do icons. There's the starting images, and here are the finished images. So now we have a set of images that we can use that are all serialized, and we can create an animation out of them. Okay. All right. Thank you.